Okay, my friends, Roger, Mudfossil University, quick and easy today. Truth is, as far as I'm concerned, it's the meaning of life, is to find the truth, to understand. If you avoid the truth and you completely dismiss the truth for an opinion, for comfort zone, your life has no meaning whatsoever. Now, I have shown this many times, and this is for you to see and for others as a test. And what are you going to see? You are going to see a giant fish right here. And I'm not going to go too long on this because you have Google Earth, and that giant fish is being attacked by this giant dragon, and that's what it's spitting on the fish's back, killing it. Or it was killed, or whatever happened there. That's an invasion of flesh by an extremely noxious, toxic substance. You see that? And that's what hit all the way down onto the fish's back. Now, this is the dragon, and you have, like I say, you have Google Earth. And spend some time because it's fascinating. You can go right down and see the actual injectors. They're red and green in the throat. They're somewhere back up in this area. Yeah, here you see them up in here. They're red and green injectors. They inject the venom, or whatever it is you call it. Now, that's the dragon's head. The nose comes way up like this around. That's the stuff you see on a dragon in China. They must have known exactly what these were and passed it down. This is the throat. And I believe it talks, is they called Dragon Valley or something like that. Now, these are the dragon scales. Now, you see how they're, that gives him a lot of flexibility. Otherwise, if they were just one big row, you're not going to get any flexibility. Now, this is, they're dragon scales. Now, this is inside the throat, and it comes down. You see how they're patched, flexibility. Now, it comes down all the way down here to where it's cut in that throat. I say all the way down. It's not very far, actually. It's only like here, and the thing goes, it goes all the way over to the Mediterranean Sea almost. Now, if you talk to any coroner, this is the runoff, the effluent that runs off of dead, decaying creatures, and it's dead and decaying in the desert. Now, this is the body. These are the legs. The tail runs all the way back here, and this is still the tail over here running off its dead, decaying bodily fluids. You see it? That's the tail scales. And it goes way out. Now, these things are for you to see and for others as a test if they can see it or not. But you have to give the test. Now, if you don't give the test, you're not doing your job. Because I've done my job. I gave the test to everybody for 10 years, and it's been 10 hard years. And this is the feathered serpent right here. Right there. And go look at it. Look at it carefully. Even look at this. Watch what happens down here on the edge of the nose. There's something special going on there. You see this? You see that? That's right on the edge of his nose. That's not normal. All right, and it goes all the way up, and his feathers go right up from Little Rock up there, just the way they'd said in the feathered serpent. The cloaca is Washington. Look up cloaca. This is the feathers up towards Canada. I mean, what can I say? It's what it was. They talked about these things. I never knew they were this big. But this is for you to see and give it for others as a test. And if you fail the test, well, that's up to you. Now, I don't come from a religious background. I never was religious, but I am now. Because I'm telling you, something's going on. And I'm not going to talk about my beliefs at the moment, but I'm going to tell you something right now. If this is accurate, and this was written by supposedly doubting Thomas, and it's called the Gospel of Thomas, and it's the words of Jesus when he was alive. It says these are the secret sayings the living Jesus spoke, and doubting Thomas recorded. Now, and it says whoever discovers them will not taste death, And the second one says, those who seek should never stop seeking until they find. When they find, they will be disturbed. Absolutely. When they are disturbed, they will marvel. Absolutely. And will reign over all. I don't know about that. And after they have reigned, they will rest. Now, in addition to that, the earth is no question its body parts and a carcass, literally. And this is exactly what it says. Jesus said, whoever has come to know the world has discovered a carcass. Whoever has discovered a carcass, the world is not worthy. And it goes on to some of these sayings, man. I will disclose my mysteries to those who are worthy of my mysteries. Person who was a receiving guest, when he had prepared the dinner, he sent his slave to invite the guests. Talk about slaves. You know, I mean, at that point, it comes down to that kind of stuff. Jesus said, show me the stone that the builders rejected. That is the keystone. That's the stones they're rejecting right now. These are the keystones that I'm showing right here. These are some kind of species I don't know about. And, you know, if we just accepted what everybody said, you know, we'd be living perfectly happy, deluded. You know, we could call ourselves PhDs, perfectly happy, deluded. Now that's it's been DNA certified, so, and nobody will step up and even talk about it. And this is the reason. Congratulations to you when you are hated and persecuted. No place will be found wherever you have been persecuted. Well, I can be persecuted a little bit. Jesus said, congratulations, you have been persecuted in their hearts. They are the ones who have truly come to know the Father. Congratulations to who go hungry, so the stomach of the one in want may be filled. Well, these are very, very, very interesting statements. And he talked in these kind of parables. You have to think about what he's talking about. Jesus said the crop is huge, but the workers are few. So beg the harvest boss to dispatch workers to the fields. That's what I'm doing. Get to the fields! Okay, again, I am not a Bible reader, but somebody sent me these things. 1 Corinthians 1:26 and Matthew 13:16 and 2 Peter 2. Those he said you should look up. You know, this is kind of coincidental. I just sent Anthony DeCoppola a bunch of information about my work because he was real excited, sounding, oh, I can't wait to see the stuff they got on Comet Bennu or Asteroid Bennu. But he's got to wait 3 years, and he's, I just can't wait. I sent them a couple of things saying, here's what they're going to find. Please talk to me. I sent them about the Comet 67P. Let's see if he gets back to me. You know, I mean, he's in the news business, and this is news. But nobody's ever gotten back to me, so it would be very unusual. Now, this is Nancy Pelosi's daughter, and she's trying to capture the mood of America. Now, he is the one that makes sense here. Here's what he says. Listen to what he's saying. We need to look in the mirror and change. We need to look and start to see, what are our opinions? Why are we having these so intense opinions that they start fights every single time?
Well, I hope so. I hope we take a long look in the mirror and decide we don't like our outfit, we make a change.
All right, now, I want to make a point. They are exactly correct. We need to engage differently with each other instead of be so opinionated. Now, they're talking about the election. I don't give a damn about the... Well, this is where I started getting crazy again. What we need to do is engage between people and not just reject everything out of hand, especially when it's supported by evidence. Now, I understand being really upset with people that force these insane things on other people. And I know I have been seen as an insane presenter. But the things I am presenting have substance. They have I mean, I've got DNA, I've got CAT scans, I've got new specimens, I've got every single thing that any university would present and say, "This is here it is right here. Boop, we're done." And they will not engage, and all they keep doing is saying, "Oh, you got to get peer review." Nope, 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 no peer review. We're done. Same thing NASA just sent me today. No peer review. We don't want to talk to you. You know, I understand they get bombarded by whack jobs, but when I sent them all of the information and all of the pictures and chemistry and all of the things that I do present, and then to have them just dismiss it without comment is just not really acceptable. I think that's a fiduciary failure on all of their parts, because truth is what life is all about. In my world, truth overrides every other thing there is. Once you dismiss the truth, you might as well just forget about your life, because it is meaningless.